Yo, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Simon B1471 checking back in. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are watching from. So at the start of the video, guys, just want to say a big thank you for all your recent support. Really appreciate it. You know, I'm just a old-timer here trying to make unbiased, whatever comes out my mouth, so to speak. I don't really have any plan what I'm going to say. All I do is work on my videos on bullet points. I am by no means a paid shill or actor or aka influencer. That's not me here, guys. I'm just telling you what exactly I think of whatever video game I'm going to be covering. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about Battlefield 6. I know I'm a few days late on this news, but yeah, I've got a life, guys. I work 40-odd hours a week, bring up a 6-year-old boy all up by myself. So guys, here we are. Community update open beta debrief. Now, I've seen various YouTubers go through this, talk through it word for word, so there's no point me really, and there's no real value in this video of me going over all the blah, 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 corporate nonsense, which has been parroted by, pretty much every single YouTuber. So just to go over it in brief, they've got initial learnings and in-game changes. They've gone over saying, right, we're going to make various, small changes to the weapons, tap fire, because basically people on PC, it's full of cheaters as it is, even with the aim hacks, all that kind of stuff. Unless you're a moron, guys, any weapon what has an attachment which makes your tap fire more accurate than just full auto, which again I kind of get that, but having an attachment what makes it even better than just doing it semi-auto to begin with. When you've got people who have got mouses where you can program macros in, and again this game's got crossplay, how's that fair? It's just not fair. So you're kind of making changes on that. The movement, they're slowing it down a bit, which is great. This is supposed to be Battlefield, not Call of Duty, even though it's not Battlefield, even by all these changes they're going to make. Still not Battlefield, but again I get why, from a business point of view, why they're doing this. They want to basically capitalize on just how bad, Call of Duty is, how bad it's been for years. So kind of get it. I don't necessarily agree with it. I want a proper Battlefield game, but again, I get why they're doing it. And based on feedback I've seen on my own videos, I think that a lot of people actually want a more Call of Duty-like Battlefield. Then you've got people like me who just can't stand what Battlefield 6 has turned into. The maps, guys, they've actually said, oh, people are finding way to rooftops. I'm like, why is this such a big deal? Like, all the other Battlefield games, you could actually go on the fucking rooftops. And to say that the assault class is going to have a fucking ladder or something, what kind of game design is that? Like, you've made a map where you can get on buildings, what you're not supposed to get on, yet Battlefield's always been about having open world sandboxing environments. Even Liberation Peak, guys, which was my favourite map in the beta because it was the only one what kind of had any reference to what Battlefield should be. And again, I'm using that term loosely because, again, it was still shit when you talk about Battlefield maps. But anyway, it was the best we had in the beta. Even that map had terrain like mountains around, well, not mountains because they're huge, but they had rocky areas, high rocky areas of the map, so it was kind of funneling you in certain positions, especially when you was running from C to D. There was no open way to run around. You can't flank on that map, and flanking has been a big thing in Battlefield for years. So again, they've said that, yeah, you can get on rooftops, what you're not supposed to. Like, that's just poor game design. Large scale maps. They've actually said, guys, and I'm going to quote them exactly, we also heard strong feedback from players excited by the large-scale maps that Battlefield has to offer. No, you've heard strong fucking feedback from players who don't want to play a Call of Duty fucking Battlefield game. They want to play an actual Battlefield game. Again, they're not daft, DICE. They're not daft, EA. You don't become a billion-dollar company by being fucking morons. They know what they were doing with that beta. They wanted fast, high-octane, as they called it themselves, gameplay. They want Call of Duty players to be attracted to Battlefield more than ever because they've seen a gap in the market, and hence what any good company does, especially when they've got they're on the stock market, they've got shareholders. They need to do what's going to make them the most money. It's actually a criminal offense if you don't do that. So I kind of get why they're doing that. But from my point of view, can we not just have a fucking real Battlefield game? But anyway, we've got Merak Valley coming to the game. We've got Firestorm, which Firestorm isn't that great. Well, isn't that big of a map anyway. But again, I'm excited because it's way bigger than the other shit we've got in the game so far. Again, my opinion, not facts. So yeah, Merak Valley, that's going to be pretty much the only map what I'm going to be interested in playing. So let's hope they actually nail that map so I can find a server. Oh shit, I can't find a server because there's no actual servers where you can just play in a game 24/7. Something else which on this open beta debrief, they've not said anything about the server situation. They just keep on going on about Portal. Yeah, you can do all this on Portal, guys. You can do it all on Portal. Well, let's just see how that ends up, shall we? I don't really want to comment on it until the game gets released, because who knows what they're going to do with Portal. Surely they've got to listen to player feedback, because I don't want to be fucking in a playlist where I have to go custom search, and even the custom search doesn't put you in every single game. Like, the problem for me is, you play a game on Battlefield 6, and this isn't just Battlefield, it's like even happened on Battlefield 2042, it happens on Call of Duty, it happens on all these games now, because ultimately the games have engagement optimized matchmaking, because they want to mindfuck you into spending more money on the game. It's just how it is, guys, you know, until you stop playing these games and buying those, you know, fucking microtransactions, nothing's going to change. So moan all you fucking want, but if you buy something, you're a fucking hypocrite. Nothing's going to change, guys. So the problem with the custom servers is that you play a game and then you leave the game and then you have to re-queue up again. Why can't we just have persistent fucking servers? But again, this is all because you get some fucking PC nerds where they fucking make an account, do shit for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, you know, keep killing themselves, so they get put in bot lobbies. Once they get in a bot lobby, they go 150 kills, 1 death. They upload it on YouTube, and they all go, oh, look how great I am, guys. Yeah, you're playing fucking retards on the internet, on Battlefield. Congratulations, mate. And that's kind of one of the things what I've always had against skill-based matchmaking. Just fuck all that off. You've had reverse boosting for years in Call of Duty. I know they've got rid of it recently, which finally they've done that. But you're going to get that in Battlefield 6, especially with some of these gameplays I've seen on other channels historically on Battlefield, where you just know for a fact that something's not right. Sorry, not Battlefield, sorry, I mean Call of Duty. But again, you're going to get a lot of Call of Duty players now coming to Battlefield 6, which has got skill-based matchmaking in it. You're going to get people abusing it, guys. So the last thing I want to talk about, because again, I don't like to keep my videos any longer than what they need to be, is that on this beta feedback debrief, whatever they want to fucking, you know, call it, they don't say anything at all, and I'm just reading it now just to make sure I'm not an absolute moron myself, because again, I have got limited IQ, that they don't recognize feedback from anybody regarding open or closed weapons. Now, the reason they're not recognizing it is, and again, they're not daft guys, they are going to have open and closed weapons in the game. Because when it comes to microtransaction, when it comes to skins, what you're going to see on the weapons or the classes or whatever, they're going to want them to be specific to a class. They don't want anything to be open, because they want you to then go, okay, well, if it's only available on this weapon in this class, we want you to buy it again on multiple classes. That's how they're going, guys. It's all around the microtransactions. It's quite clear that the community want closed weapons by default. So the only reason they keeping open weapons in the game is when it comes to money and making money. Anybody who thinks it's all about choice and it's all about choice, guys, yeah, it's all about choice, you're just fucking a moron. So yeah, guys, that's my take on the Battlefield 6 community update open beta debrief. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But again, it's just at the end of the video, guys, when all the people who have made Cry Big Boy Baby Tears have left. At least they're making changes on the weapons. I think the biggest thing to take out of this is that they're slowing the movement speed down. Not as in like you run, it's all the sliding consecutive jumps, all that bullshit. You know, people thinking they're playing a fucking Call of Duty video game, so it's a big fuck you to them, and rightly so. You know, if you want to go and play, you know, a high octane, you know, slide cancelling, you know, bullshit video game, yeah, go and play COD. Just give us the traditional Battlefield movement, and that's a win for me. Maps, again, they're going to have 1 map, maybe 2 at a push in the game, what I'm actually going to be interested in playing. I've not even talked about Rush, guys, because it's a waste of time. You know, it's not Rush. Rush should be full-scale, full-out warfare on big maps. Again, they've made maps and then tried to make Rush fit the map. No, guys, if you're making Rush, if you're making Conquest, you make the maps to fit those game modes. You don't make a TDM or a domination match and then think, okay, let's put Rush or Conquest on this map. Bad game design, but again, they're going for Call of Duty players. I get why they're doing that. For monetary values, it's going to make them a lot of money trying to poach all the, you know, Call of Duty players. But let's be real, guys, you know, Call of Duty players, they always moan, bitch and whine about everything, yet these same people spend £1,000 over 12 months, you know, buying the battle passes, enhanced battle passes, buying all the skins, all the microtransactions, and they moan and they wonder why the game doesn't change. There's a reason it doesn't change, guys, because it's a profitable way of them doing it, and while you continue supporting games with microtransactions, they're going to continue fucking you over, guys. So yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. Battlefield needs to be Battlefield, COD needs to be COD, but at least there is some small positives from the feedback, but again, there could be more. Yeah. again, it's clear they want a Battlefield game for COD players and not a Battlefield game for Battlefield players. Let me know what you think in the comment section, as you always do, guys. Thank you for your time. Have a great weekend. Goodbye for now, my friends.